So here we are on the day 6 video of the water fast that I took for 7 days. This is probably going to be my last video talking about fasting, and then hopefully I'll get around to making some more videos about board games again, especially board games for kids. I now have more than 10 subscribers, so I need to respond to the challenge I set for myself to learn one editing skill, just one, and I haven't figured out that yet, so I need to work on that. I did get a new iPhone 17 today, so we'll see if that changes the quality of these videos at all. I had to get one because my iPhone SE, which I'd had for 5 years, had full storage and it was getting non-functional, so I had no choice. But I only got a new iPhone 17 because it had the most storage that the phones have, and I told the lady I plan to make this last and I don't plan to come in here for a new phone for 10 years. Well, if I could make it 5 with that last phone, I hope to make at least 5 with the new one. Usually I go in there and I ask for what is the least expensive iPhone that you have, and that's probably how I ended up with the SE last time. Anyway, so moving on. Anything I want to say about fasting, this is kind of my last chance to do so. Back to reflecting on a week ago, it was day 6 of my 7-day water fast, and it was one of the easiest days. I was just like in the rhythm. I was used to the feel, used to the whole thing. And on day 6, I felt like I could have gone a lot longer. But then on day 7, I didn't feel real great, and that was the day that I chose to be my last, and I don't regret that decision. I've been really careful about what I've been eating ever since. This morning I had prune juice for breakfast with cantaloupe and cayenne pepper on top. I added walnuts. I'm just like doing research on what are the best foods for omegas or for detox. I'm particularly concerned with my respiratory detox, so I'm going to be adding garlic here very soon because that's supposed to help. And I'll just say this is something I wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to stop eating and then reintroduce very simple natural foods back in one by one, just to see how it would feel and how they would taste, and if I could break old bad habits and really appreciate food in its natural form for what it actually is. And I found that to be completely true. Today I was munching on celery also, and when I ate those walnuts at breakfast, they have such flavor that I didn't notice before, and I really enjoyed my food. I've been enjoying my food a lot. I had a challenge today. The family, we went to town, we had to do errands. That's when I went and got the phone, and we had to do some other things. We went to a sit-down family restaurant. That was a real challenge for me, and I wasn't gonna do potatoes yet, but there wasn't much choice of what to eat. I wanted to eat something, so I ordered a baked potato, and I ate it completely plain, not even table salt, nothing. And I had my celery with me, so I crunched on celery in the car right before and right afterward. People have asked me about my weight. How much weight have I lost? I don't know. I never weighed myself before, during, or after. I know that I feel like I look better and I fit into my clothes better. I definitely am nowhere close to looking anorexic. I still have little fat pouches in the same places that I used to. They're just smaller, and I feel lighter and I feel good. So on that front, that's all I can tell you. I'm hoping now that I'm eating a little bit more again to regain good strength so I can start exercising more. And with the winter going away, that's going to be really helpful. It's another 40-some degree day with sunshine. I think we're going to be getting more of these now, which will make it easier to go walking. And I want to get back into my morning exercise routine when I wake up. I want to give a lot of credit here to this book. This is my favorite health food book, healthy living in general. It addresses all 8 principles of health. It's called The Divine Prescription and Science of Health and Healing. It's written by Gunther B. Paulian, PhD, and it's produced by Teach Services. I would highly, highly recommend this book. The section in here on fasting is what super motivated me to get going. And I did find most of what it said to be applicable to me and to be true. Plus, there's so much other information out there that you can gather. Yesterday, I would like to just mention that I almost started a video about this yesterday, but I had so much other stuff I was saying, I didn't really come back around to it. Yesterday, I started listening to a sermon series on fasting, and after doing that, I I really almost hesitated to continue to make videos for the last couple of days because it made me realize that fasting, true fasting and the motivation is a really personal thing between oneself and the Lord. And I knew that it wasn't meant to be publicized. I never made these videos because I wanted special attention and I want to be like the Pharisees in the Bible, showing everybody what I'm going through. I did only tell a few of my closest inner circle people, more because I just needed support and wanted them to know why I wasn't eating in their presence and stuff like that. It's a really personal thing, and I'm even questioning now if my motives for fasting were the right ones, were the most pure and true. So I'm really thankful to my friend for sending me a link to these fasting videos. They can be found on an app called audioverse.com. I'm not done listening to them yet, but yeah, I'm questioning my deep down motives and if I even went about this the right way. But I do still feel led by the Lord to even go down this path and to do something that would be as challenging for me as it was. I think it's opened a whole new world for me, and now I can study it more and maybe go back and do more fasting in the future and handle it differently. So I don't think there's a lot more I need to say about any of this. A lot of this was just to document my own journey. I now question whether posting these videos would really even be helpful for anybody, and if my advice and experience would apply to somebody else, because it is such an individual, personalized situation. I may have not done things the best way, and I wouldn't want to steer somebody down a path that could be unhealthy for them. So I just encourage you to do your own research. Find out, for example, you could look up everything the Bible says about fasting. How long did they fast? What were the circumstances? What reason did they do it for? Was it successful? What kind of a lifestyle were those people living before they fasted? Did God answer prayers and do miracles because they fasted? Or did they fast because they were already people who were very close with the Lord, and this was the logical next step for them to purify themselves and get even closer to the Lord? There's a lot of research yet to be done in my own life on this topic, but I have enjoyed documenting. I've enjoyed being able to express myself and share my experience for whatever it's worth. And I just encourage you in your journey with the Lord that He will bless you where you are if you act upon the light that you have been given. We're all on a different path, and God leads us to things as we are ready. So to some people, fasting may not be something they feel ready for, and other people are probably doing it better than what I just did. But that's not what our salvation is based on. Fasting is not a salvation issue. Thank you for watching these videos. God bless you. Bye.